Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Crown Experience. I am Keisha Kelly.
And I'm Alita.
Today we are going to have a rant session like no other.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
Sometimes we just have to sit and just let it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just see where our topic takes us.
Get some things off our chest.
Yeah. Because we don't have a topic prepared for you tonight, but one's going to come.
So just be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you're welcome in advance.
Hello.
Walking by and doing what?
Well, you're making people nervous.
By walking by?
Yeah, they said you had your hands in your pockets.
Wow, walking by having your hands in your pockets makes people nervous to call the police when it's snowing outside?
They did.
Okay,
So are you okay?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm good.
All right.
What are you up to today?
Walking with my hands in my pockets, walking.
Is that an inconvenience to talk to me right now?
Hell yeah, just because of the whole police situation going across the country, this is outrageous that you will let somebody tell you, oh, there's somebody walking down the street with their hands in their pockets. There's 10,000 people in Pontiac right now with their hands in their pockets, so how many...
Right, but we do have a lot of robberies, so I'm just checking on you. You think
Wow.
You're fine? You're good?
That's fine. I mean, I just make sure I had to get this on camera and make sure there wasn't... Yeah, for sure. And I mean, for my safety and yours. I mean, I'm being very respectable. You're being very respectable. Just the...
Being black while walking.
All right, doing what?
With hands in your pockets.
Okay.
I thought she would run away.
Whoo! Maybe that's what he wasn't saying. I'm hoping that was just a voiceover. I'm hoping.
No. So I watched this other video today.
I'm just hoping.
Where this black guy was at a dog park with his dog. It had this white woman call her friend over, who is not a cop, but has a badge. He's an adult something officer or something. And he proceeds to tell the black guy that he needs to exit the dog park.
Oh,
because
okay.
he is criminally trespassing, which he wasn't. So the black guy was like, okay, well, I will just leave. So he was trying to leave, and the white guy would not let him leave. And then the white guy puts hands on him.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stop. You said that he told him that he needed to leave. But then when he goes to leave, he won't let him leave?
He said he was detained. But he's not a police officer. So at best, he's doing a citizen's arrest for something he can't arrest for.
For being in a public place, walking his own dog.
His own dog. Because this white woman had called her friend. And then when the police came, the police told the black guy that he was right.
Yeah.
And the white guy was wrong.
Right.
But the police wouldn't arrest the white guy for putting hands on the black guy, even though they said that what the white guy did was wrong.
I'm like, but I want to press charges.
Right. Yes.
This is America.
This is America.
This is crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't walk down the street with your hands in your pocket.
When it's cold and
You
snowing
can't.
outside.
You can't take your dog
To the
dog park. You can't sell waters in front of your building.
Right.
You can't go into Starbucks.
Obviously not.
Okay. What else can't we? Can't bird watch.
You can't ride your bike. You
no.
can't.
You can't break up a fight.
No.
You can't sit in your own house and eat your ice cream on your couch with your boxers on. You can't
exercise running on the street, because running outside is not an activity for you.
You can't run away from police.
Yes. With your back turned. Or front. Or side. Because all of those actions will get you shot.
Killed. Or the police called on you.
Yeah.
You can't walk around with a hoodie on and some Skittles. You can't, girl.
You cannot speak up for your rights.
Yeah. And it's not even just the police, it's people that are policing
Right.
their communities.
And half of them don't even know the laws. They just know that they perceive you to be a threat or inconvenience to their way of life.
So that man I'm walking with my hands in my pocket. You know, you remember that show, Can't Do That, What Would You Do?
Yes.
What was the guy's name that was that host?
Was it Alex Contreras or Jose
I can't remember.
Some shit.
I can't remember. I remember watching it. And I remember they did What Would You Do? And they had some boys going to a park. It was in New Jersey. And these boys were at this park in New Jersey. And they were hired to vandalize a car. And like they had the spray can bottle. They were beating up the car, baseball bats, everything, right?
Yeah.
People literally were walking by and just occasionally stop looking at them, you know, just shaking their heads. But no one said anything to them. A couple people walked by laughing, and I think somebody said boys being boys or whatever. I mean, but they were destroying this car. And then they brought out a group of all black boys to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Girl, they said, do you know how many phone calls they got to the police? Because they were able to look at the pings to the towers. Mm-hmm. They had at least 8 or 9 police calls. People were saying things to them, everything, but never said anything to the white youth. But what was the craziest part? The police called on them when they were taking a nap in the car, waiting to film. While the white boy, at the same time, the group of white boys were destroying this car in this parking lot. They were in the same parking lot, but just further down, taking a nap because they had been there since 6 o'clock in the morning, waiting to film. And so they had all fallen asleep in the car they were waiting in. Somebody called the police on them. Sleep in the car, not doing anything. Sleep.
Yes. It had this other video.
Goodbye.
This guy, he was in his car asleep, waiting till it was time to pick up his son. Mm-hmm. And the police came and got him arrested for, what did he say? For for selling drugs or something. He said the guy was doing, but he wasn't doing that. So he was happy to see that police officer in the convenience store so he could confront him for what he did. Policemen don't even remember him.
I'm just over it, Keisha, honestly. I'm over being over it. Does that make sense? Like, yes. I'm over being over it. It's so many stories, and it's not just now, but I mean, it's generations now.
Right.
It's generations of just, you can't be black in America. We're not talking about modern day issues. We're talking about stuff that has plagued this community for generations. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the thing with, I don't think people, and let's just say, I'm going to put this that way, white Americans do not fully understand the brevity of generations of not being able to just be you. Walking down the street with your hands in your pockets.
Right.
People do it all the time.
Would never happen to you if you were white.
It's crazy. They don't even think about it. They don't have to think about it. Like, and Keisha, we just looked at the video. There was a video that just came out, recorded by a Native American student in class, where their white teacher put on a fake feather, yeah, and just decided to start a war chant and dance in the class.
She was so disrespectful with it. I was like, there is no way that this lady could not have been high. Like, she had to be high. There's no reason that you would do that in a math class.
No.
Not even in a history class. History would make more sense to me.
It would. But it was a math class.
Ignorant, but it was math.
Yeah. And she danced around that classroom. I don't know what she fell.
She kicked her foot.
It was a hot mess. And the child just sat there and endured that.
Yeah, had to take that. The Native American student was a full-blown Native American. You can tell by appearance and name. Everyone was aware of who this student is. But this teacher, in her ignorance, did that bullshit.
It's amazing that even went down that way.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I said it to somebody else. I said, I don't even think she's racist. I think she's clueless. She's clueless and ignorant. But she's not even
that they get afforded that.
Yes, to be clueless and ignorant. I said, I don't even think she's not even aware. She wasn't even aware of how offensive that was. But I can tell you that every child of color in that room cringed on the inside. Not just a Native American child,
from
but every child of color. Why? Because we have endured the microaggression
and mockery,
overt racism, covert racism. We have endured walking around with our hands in our pockets while a person of color for generations. So for us, we are sensitive to things like that. But that goes to show you that her privilege afforded her that action. Because she was not even aware that was even offensive. And
she probably had her get out of jail free white girl tears.
Oh gosh. Oh, she definitely probably had a camera. I didn't know. Oh my gosh. All that extra, we don't even know what they're saying. She definitely probably
I don't even fucking care what they're saying. They can choke on them tears.
Love it.
I can't.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm over it.
Yeah.
I'm over it because it makes no sense that recent video, that man just walking around with his hands in his pocket. It makes no sense that a group of black boys can't sleep in their car. It makes no sense that this child, just sitting in class.
Yeah.
I feel like she insulted him. She bullied him. And then she made every child of color in that classroom uncomfortable. That's a problem.
Everyone.
She insulted every last one of them. I don't care if they were Native American or not. She insulted every last one of them.
Yes. She tried it. Big time.
Girl, that's great. But the thing is, we continue to have these conversations. We continue to discuss these issues.
Because they are in so many different facets of life and everything that we do. Like with the group of friends that got together to buy that land. Was it that 80 acres in Georgia or something? They got together, get that land to bother no one. But here comes these white folks out of the blue, just blocking
protesting everything. Yes. Take offense to everything.
Why? Like, they have so many white communities that are white only.
Yes.
Like,
why? Yes. Unspoken. Like, they don't even have to go out and buy land because it's unspoken.
Still have
because we know.
Towns.
Right. Hello. Because we know. You better say it one more time. They have what?
These fucking sundown towns. They need to kill themselves.
They just stopped in, what was that county? I wish I knew the name of it. In Georgia. They used to have a black and white prom. They just stopped doing it. Within the last decade. Okay. Yeah. So, it's sad that we even have to have these conversations. It's crazy that we have to even talk about this. How many years since slavery? We are looking at now.
I feel like it's been 400 years for 100 years now. So
right. No, I'm talking about since the end. It's like 150 years, something like that, like total. Man. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Like 150 years so far. And we are still dealing with modern day lynching. We are still dealing with having to defend ourselves. Right. We are still dealing with having to talk about systemic racism and critical race theory that studies the systemic racism, the systems in place. I saw that Condoleezza Rice.
Yes.
Girl.
Yes. I'm like, this bitch popped out.
Of nowhere.
So Donald Trump is no longer out there representing the Republican Party, but you come back on with this bullshit. You should have said it when he was out there.
Yes.
Do your cooning when you had that audience.
Girl.
But now you want to come out and say, oh, critical race. The fuck? I don't see how any of it has been addressed for her to say that critical race theory is something that shouldn't be.
The fact that we have to that we even have to defend critical race theory still,
It is
when
dumb.
it just studies the systemic oppression in a country or an organization or whatever. That's what it does, is study the systems. We have to defend the fact that there are systems in place that are racist and we should study them. Is crazy. Why shouldn't we study them? Why shouldn't we address them? Oh, because it makes people uncomfortable. But then what about that child? Those children in that class that were made uncomfortable with that teacher with that fake headdress on, doing a fake war dance in a math class.
Right.
But they
Could've-
shouldn't be offended, girl.
She could have went to that Native American student
How about that?
and find out about their history. Matter of fact, one better. She could have had that student present
How
something.
about that? How about that?
But no.
No. Mm-mm.
They had to watch her make an ass out of herself.
She looked like a fool.
Me saying that I feel sorry for us as a people is not the right verbiage for this. Because, like you said, I am over these people and this bullshit. It is bullshit. It is beyond bullshit.
It is.
And they do it all over the world. I'm going to just stick with the Americans for right now.
Because it's all over the world. That's the problem. That lying propaganda has spread around the world.
Yeah. So I'm going to stick with talking about the Americans and the fact that whatever country they visit, they take the same ignorance over to that country.
They do.
When I went to France, how can you go to a country and be mad at these people for not speaking the language from your country? That is asinine to me.
It is. You're right. I get what you're saying. I get it. I get where you're going with this. Yes. So, yeah. How do you? You don't speak English? No. You're in France. You are in France.
Right.
No. So why would you expect them to speak English? How about you learn some French? But they do that with everything.
Yes.
They do that and they expect it. That's a sense of entitlement.
Yes.
Entitlement.
Yes.
Unwarranted. Unwarranted. Like, it's crazy. Like, the fact that that's it. But it's this
Crazy to me.
mindset. Yeah.
Every country they go to, it doesn't matter if they speak Spanish, Chinese, Korean, wherever they go.
Yep.
You're gonna find a group.
Yep. That's it. Or
Yeah.
you don't have this to eat, or you don't. No.
Right.
No, this is not your country. Don't go then.
Yes.
Girl. Yes, the ignorance.
I'm so that the ignorance gets me.
But that's what it is. It's why you can't walk around with your hands in your pocket. Well, while black or brown. It's, it's
What is it that makes them feel so uncomfortable?
fear. Fear.
That's their fake perception.
It is a fake perception, but it's this crazy fear that has been just ingrained in them.
I need them to look at themselves in the mirror and say this: I am stupid. Tell yourself that you are
Are you
stupid.
getting that from Michael Moore, Stupid White Man? That's you channeling his book.
I haven't even read it, but they need to do that.
Yeah.
It is like, I'm stupid. I am dumb. I am hateful on the inside.
Yeah.
Just be true about who you are.
Yeah. Or be like, I'm ignorant. I don't know.
If you don't know, own that shit. Own it. People will respect you and try to help you through your ignorance, but don't try to force your ignorance on people. That is...
That's where we're at. Sorry, this was one of our, we just needed to get that out today.
Yes.
Because it's a problem that black men and women can't walk around with their hands in their pocket. They can't be objective to issues in this country. They can't sleep in their car. They can't go to pick up their children in peace sometimes. They can't just be themselves in their own spaces and places without being disrespected.
Not to even mention the amount of black kids they done arrested this past week. that 10-year-old girl for a drawing that she
Yes,
did?
I heard about the drawing. I also did you remember the video of the little girl up in New York? And it took all those police. She was having a meltdown, but it was like 3 or 4 police put her in the back of the police car, and like the way they were manhandling her, it was crazy. Like, and she was a little girl. She was in elementary school. But the thing is, we're not allowed to be children in this country.
No.
We're not allowed to be adults. We're not allowed to be old people.
We're not allowed to be anything but cattle.
We're not allowed to be sick. We're not allowed to be pregnant. We're not allowed to be students. We're not allowed to be anything.
Yeah.
Truly, without worrying about what might happen because of the color of our skin. Proper health care.
Word.
Healthcare,
education,
yes.
employment.
Yes.
Just pay.
The list goes on. And yet we shouldn't Condoleezza
Having
Rice.
your own land.
Except we shouldn't study critical race theory, huh?
Listen, I have a parcel of land that I purchased a few years ago that I have yet to do anything on because I had bought that parcel of land right before the election, and everyone that is on my street was Trump supporters, and I felt unsafe going there at that time. So they're just a little special in the South, and I didn't want to be a guinea pig. So yeah, I'm gonna wait that out.
And it's sad that you even have to think that when you see signs, political signs. I was driving through Florida around the time before the elections and saw signs, and I was like praying, God, please don't let my car stop. Don't let me get a flat tire. Don't let a police officer stop me because I don't know what I might encounter out here. I don't know who I might encounter out here.
Yes.
That's how nervous I was. And it's a shame that I should even have to be that nervous.
Yeah.
Just trying to take my child on a mini vacation.
Yeah. Certain gas stations I don't want to stop at. No.
And
they are sketch.
They are. And it's said, like I said, for generations we have lived like this.
You can't play music.
Or in a
you
gas
get
station
shot.
parking lot. Hello. Or you can't defend yourself. Did I show you? Did I say you cannot defend yourself and your girlfriend as you're being harassed by some drunken teenagers, and they are trying to stop your car, and then when you shoot into the car, one person dies, and now you're in jail. When they were harassing you, you didn't know them from a can of paint, but just because you have brown skin.
The stand your ground laws doesn't work for you.
Oh no.
This color. That woman that was being beaten by her husband, that fired a warning shot into her ceiling.
No.
She got arrested and given 20 years. She didn't
I think I remember. Yes.
She didn't hurt him or kill him. She was just trying to get him off of her. She shot up into their ceiling. And they gave her time.
Yeah.
20 years.
What was the article we were looking at? The 2 women both stole. One was black, one was white. Now granted, they both stole money.
Yeah.
And the white lady actually stole more money.
Yes.
And they were in the same court.
Same court, the same day.
Yep. And the white woman just got probation.
Yeah.
And a fine to pay it back and something else. But the black woman got
How many years did
was
she
it
have?
3 years? It was something.
No, I think it was like 8 or 9 years.
Was it? I thought it was only okay. But she got years.
Yeah. She got time.
For a less amount. And the white woman got probation.
And that is the normal. That is the normal.
How?
I've seen that so many different times, different ways. They'll show the same white man and a black man, same age, same crime, same amount of money or whatever, same offense. Their sentencing, completely different. What the black guy, he might get 25. The white guy, he's going to get 2 years of probation. Unequal.
But
that one that raped that girl and he didn't even get 3 months. Some white dude from one of them Ivy League schools, he didn't even get 3 months.
And then the black child that did got years, and then even the girl was but it was consensual.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is why we say what we say. This is why we do what we do. This is why we keep bringing these issues up, because they are issues, and we refuse to let anyone sweep them under the rug. They're not. Condoleezza Rice, when she came out and said what she said, ma'am,
she could have stayed in hiding.
Hello.
She hid all through the last administration. She needs to go back.
Yeah. We're going to keep studying critical race theory because one is studied in college, not even in high school or elementary school anyway. So people that study it want to study it. Okay. But anyway, I'm sorry if it makes people uncomfortable. Then don't take the class.
I'm not. If it makes you uncomfortable, you need to check yourself. And why is it making you uncomfortable? Yeah. What is it about yourself that you can't handle the truth?
That's a whole nother deep topic, honey. Why can't you handle the truth? Why can't you handle the truth when it slaps you in the face?
Yes.
Why can't you handle the fact that it's a problem that this man was walking around with his hands in his pocket? He got stopped. It's a fact. It happened. Why can't you handle the fact that the woman admitted that she lied about Emmett Till? Why can't you handle the fact that that woman that put on that headdress and danced around that classroom was ignorant and should not be allowed to teach children of color?
At all. She shouldn't be allowed to teach any children.
Yeah.
There's nothing that she can teach white kids even, because she's just going to continue with her propagandized ignorance. So.
Yeah. But we have to be honest.
Yes.
We have to start being honest in this country. And it's not our perception. It's what we see. And it's a fact. It happened. It continues to happen.
On a daily.
On a daily basis, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Thank you for taking the time to listen to our rant.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's definitely going to be cut short.
Well, we had a rant session tonight.
We did. It felt great.
Yeah, we just had to let that out because we weren't sure what we were going to talk about, but it just felt right.